there the searches was going on, and seeing 2 or 3 films, somehow Mr. K. V. Reddy for a long time, he had the idea of taking Harishchandra, Satya Harishchandra as a subject. By the time times have changed, modernism is coming. Slowly it was growing. People were more educated. Still TVs were not there, fans were, telephones, this sort of a growth, this phenomenal growth was not there, but definitely there was a growth. And somehow I felt that Harishchandra was not a right picture at that time, because gone are those days. Previously, some sort of a sentimental, people used to tears and all that, Gunasundari, the all families used to go. They used to go in villages, in bullock, double bullock cars, stay there, stay 2 hours, 3 hours, cry and go. Slowly, pattern of entertainment is changing. Nobody is prepared to cry for such a long time. People are more interested in a faster life. Their dresses have changed. Then at that time, tight pants that were not the regular pants, the type of pant, the type of shirt, everything is staying. Colorful shirts, designs, those started coming instead of sober things. All things were changing in the youth. And today if we state Harishchandra, I don't think it will work. I told, no, our masses are still there. He insisted on that. And that was a 2-version film. Now, this time, Harishchandra, Telugu and Kannada. Kannada, the entire screenplay will be there. K. V. Reddy is the producer, and Mr. Hunsur Krishnamurthy was the director for the Kannada. For Harishchandra, N.T. Ramarao is booked. It was wonderful. Harishchandra, N.T. Ramarao is the best. The previous Harishchandra with S.V. Rangarao was there. It is a different texture of Harishchandra. He is a different type of personality, and that is a different type of Harishchandra. This is a heroism type of Harishchandra. So that look is different. N.T. Ramarao, he is Harishchandra. Now who should play Chandramati? Now the one thing was, there are 2 people, important characters in that. One is Viswamitra and one is Chandramati. So the choice was Viswamitra will be Mr. S.V. Rangarao and Chandramati will be Bhanumati. Now people were telling, it's all gossip at that time. Mr. S.V. Rangarao was doing a lot of Tamil films, and he was telling, I come from Andhra, I come from Telugu, nobody bothers about me, it is Tamilians who are giving me the chance, they are encouraging me, they are giving me chance. That's what somebody, he must have told somebody, that was thing. Suddenly it crept, if Mr. S.V. Rangarao is booked, so suddenly he starts coming, so you think I am okay, yeah? Now you remember me, you gave me Patala Bhairavi and all those things, now you totally forgot about me, I did not have any film. Like that he may tell, that was, actually he would not have, he would have allowed it, he would have come immediately, he would have done it. But this, some psychological thing, inbuilt fear unnecessarily, they are all afraid. Supposing in between something happens, all those things, see, original days in Vandevataram, all people, Mr. Nagaya, everything, they were call sheets, everybody available. Now the days have changed. Call sheets were so different. For instance, when Krishnarjuna Yuddham, there was a shot in which Subhadra is going away. She sees Arjuna, she is a bit shy and she runs away from him in the straight shot. Cut to, the camera is there, she comes from the foreground of the shot, she goes away straight back to the camera and into the chamber. That is the shot planned. We kept the camera, and the rehearsals, if there is no small rehearsal, she went there. That is it. And in the shot, what she did, she ran, and at the end, she looked this way and again ran. That was not planned. That was not in the rehearsal. She did it in the take. The light fortunately was there, comfortable for that, at the where she turns. Now Mr. K. V. Reddy asked, oh, it's a very interesting thing. You think, it did not strike me, it's a good thing, last minute training him and love. No, I did not do that for that, sir. I thought if I don't show my face, people will think this is a dupe. They will think it's a dupe, it is not a fake. To put a dupe has never been in the minds of the Telugu producers or directors here. The Tamil industry was so busy at that time. Nagesh used to work for 2 hours. M.R. Arda used to work for 2 hours here, 2 hours there. And Saroja Devi used to work the day here and evening here. So some distant shots and all that, they used to put costumes and take all the long shots and take the closer shots of the heroines. That was the time. This was that sort of a development, that sort of speed had not come in Telugu industry. She was a great star in the Tamil industry. She knew about it. So she turned because it was going to dupe. It worked because that was a character was interesting. But that was not for the character she did. She thought she did not want to tell. She wanted to tell it is not a dupe, it is Saroja Devi who is doing that. That thought itself was strange. So that speed was so different. So do not know, call sheets were different. One day if you miss, another 6 months they are not available. All those days have come already. Mr. Chakrapani and those people used to say that all difficult days have come. Even Maya Bazaar, first day when I went there as an apprentice, I was standing there. All big people, Ragiridi, Chakrapani, Sundarlal Mehta, and all people, producers. Their main topic is the film industry is in great crisis. From then onwards, these 60 years, 65 years I have been saying, even today they say the film industry is in great crisis. Its film industry is going on, people are taking pictures, but every year they say film industry is in great crisis. That day they told. Even in this Krishnarjuna they told this. So Mr. S.V. Ranga Rao, they are not sure. Mr. Bhanumati, she was afraid, but we do not know again how exactly it will be there. Am I correct for this role? She had a problem with Vijaya people because in Missamma, originally Bhanumati was supposed to do this today's Savitri's character, that is Missamma. Bhanumati and Savitri, these two people were there and was booked and some shots were taken. One day Bhanumati, I believe, came late. She used to come very late. Normally she comes late, that is, even she says, even my own Bharani pictures, my own production, I go late. So she came late. I think Mr. Chakrapani was a bit angry and she said, we do not want you. So you settle your account, and she removed Bhanumati. But that was possible only for a big, powerful producer like Nagireddy and Chakrapani. It may not be possible for any other people. Even in Ramavarsham, he removed Raijayanti Mala after booking and put Wahida Rahman. Of course, Dilip Kumar's support is there. So they removed Bhanumati and put Savitri in Bhanumati's place, and a comparatively new actor called Jamuna, she was put in that place. So Savitri and Jamuna and Visyamma, Ramarao, that's the thing, Nageshwar. This is how the entire thing. So again a doubt. So that now we say Vijaya production, they are asking for Chandramati. We do not know. Some discussions happened. Everybody would have been prepared to act because these are all minor things. Finally, when it comes to a role, when it comes to a cinema, when it comes to art, when it comes to creativity, everybody is passionate. They are all passionate people. They are all great people. We have to trust them. We have to believe them. If we don't believe them, we can't believe anything. This was my feeling. But anyway, the belief did not surface. Finally, next was Savitri. Somebody, it seems, told him in the costume department, for Jagadeke Biridu, B. Saroja Devi was booked. Why not Savitri? So why Savitri now? So somebody, they say unnecessarily in her, she is very innocent. She wants to do, but somebody puts a sort of a word, that is, they want you only for a mother's role. So Chandramati is a mother's role. She is the mother of a 10-year-old boy. So she wants you for a mother's role. When it comes to heroine, they want to put Saroja Devi, is it? All this talk, some people around, they were talking. It was confused. She was asking people. She was straight asking Mr. Chakrapani. People are telling him like that, should I do this role or not? At this sort of a confusion, it should not happen. Finally, instead of Mr. S.V. Ranga Rao, Mr. Mukkamala was booked. Instead of Mr. Bhanumati or Savitri, Yaswar Rashmi was booked. Naturally, the film becomes different. But in the Kannada version, the casting was totally different. Rajkumar was there, the great Rajkumar, with whom I did many pictures later. Rajkumar was there, and Pandari Boy, another top artist at the time, and Uday Kumar, Nakshatraka, and Narsimha Rasu, Uday Kumar as Vishwamitra, and Narsimha Rasu as Nakshatraka. So, like that is big casting. So, we have taken Harishchandra. There are small details about Harishchandra, but finally, Harishchandra did not do well in Telugu. It is a super duper hit in Kannada. Same screenplay, same shots, same song, same tunes, everything. It's the same star cast. Amara very big, everybody is big, but still some chemistry took place there. It was very good. The chemistry did not happen here. It was just mechanical. So finally, it was not good. It was a failure in Andhra, whereas it was a big hit in Kannada. But I felt that was not a big one for the failure. I do not know why it became a hit in Kannada. I felt it deserved a failure because that was not the picture, that was not what may be the ideals and all that of Harishchandra. The type of people that were going to that theatre were not waiting for that. So that was the Harishchandra, and in that Mr. Rajababu, who was just upcoming at that time, I gave him a role as one of the Sishyas of a Kaulikas, 4 comedian boys. The main is one Balakrishna, he was in Patalabhairavi, he was a star at the time. Balakrishna the comedian. He was the star at the time, Mr. Relangi Sishya, and Mr. Rajababu was introduced there. Rajababu became a big star later. So that I will tell when I come by my own pictures where Rajababu acted. There was a song sequence where they were all dancing and jumping around, Kala Kausika, dancing and singing. It's a comedy song. During rehearsal, the Rajababu slipped and fell down. It was so very naturally. And Mr. K. Reddy laughed and he said, oh, if this had happened in the take, it would have been very good. But Rajababu said, sir, I will make it in take, sir. This is not just a slip. I acted like that. Is it? Come on, do. Let's take. And he exactly did the same thing. Where exactly how he fell in that rehearsal, he fell. It was so natural, the way he slept, very natural. It was not at all artificial, it was not arty, very natural. Do you really think he fell down? It was a great shot, and Mr. Kevari told me, this fellow is going to reach big heights, he told me in a whisper. That's what happened. And later, I called Rajababu, and it seems he was paid 500 rupees at the time. I got the payment for Rajababu, and they were all 500 rupee notes, very new 100 rupee notes I got. I don't remember, I did not remember at that time, even now I do remember. Every time Rajababu met me, he used to tell me, sir, on that day, 5 new 100 rupee notes, you himself saw to it that I got this 500 rupees payment from Vijaya. You are their supervisor. He used to tell me everything. I never remember that. That's what he used to tell me. Rajababu was introduced like that. And Mr. Hunsur Krishnamurthy, director of the Kannada version of Harishchandra, he had his nephew. And he introduced him as the chief, the Balakrishna's role, he was introduced. And his name was Dwarakesh. That was his first picture. Later, Dwarakesh became one of the top comedians of the Kannada industry, and now he has become a big producer, producing some of the biggest hits of the Kannada industry. Now he is a legend. So that was his first picture. And for Balakrishna and these people, in the Charanam, they sing a song, Taddenampu Bhojanam.
ದಿನ ದಿನ ತದ್ದಿನ ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಹಿ ದಿನ ಶ್ರಾದ್ದದೂಟ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೆನಸಿಕೊಂಡೆ ಜುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೀರೂರಿ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಕುಣಿವುದಯ್ಯ ಕಮ್ಮಗೆ ಶ್ರಾದ್ದದೂಟ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೆನಸಿಕೊಂಡೆ ಜುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೀರೂರಿ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಕುಣಿವುದಯ್ಯ ಕಮ್ಮಗೆ ಲಲ್ಲ ಲಲ್ಲ ಲಲ್ಲ
the voice should suit Miss Balakrishna, and this is a light of a metallic screechy voice. Then Mr. Pendiyal Nageswara Kevireddy found, instead of all those people, we cannot get a playback artist. Mr. Srinivasa Rao himself is the best voice. So I was the playback singer. I sang the song. It was recorded. It's still there in the picture. That was the record I gave. So that was the playback, and we picturized on them. This is the playback happened, and everything was in set. And Mr. Kamal Ghosh again is the cameraman. Only small outdoors where we will be going in the forest. We shoot it near Tirupati, Mamandur. By the time Mr. N.T. Ramarao has become a very, very big star. So we in the Tirupati, in the guest house he was lodged there. We also was guest in that, in the Mamandur forest, near about half an hour's drive. There was all forest. Now it is all buildings, roads, everything. So only huge forest there. We took all the forests in there. But S.T. Ramarao used to leave at 4 o'clock because only one day shooting. He said, 5:30, 6 o'clock, people will come this way. If anybody sees me, that's all. Thousands of people will be here, and my car will not be able to go. Be careful. Our car must be there. I must leave at 4 o'clock. The car was there at 4 o'clock. He went away. Later, people came to know, but N.T. Ramarao was there. They all thronged. They walked all the way time to Mamandur. We had to control all the crowd. By the time N.T. Ramarao became a big star, what we started also. So in Mamandur, we had a shooting. They are all simultaneous. Mr. Rajkumar, Pandari Boy, and Narasimha Rao on one thing. Mr. N.T. Ramarao, S. Varashmi, and our Ramana Reddy as the Nakshatraka. So this was this group we were shooting, and after the evening we used to come there 5 o'clock to the guest house. The guest house was there. The Eswaralakshmi and all the people, there is no problem. And I am a great fan of Eswaralakshmi, both Bhanumati and Eswaralakshmi. While I sing, get songs of all these regular playback singers, these singers like Bala Saraswati, Eswaralakshmi, they have got their characteristic flavor. But Bala Razu and all the songs. So in the evening, I used to call her and ask her to sing all the songs. We used to enjoy. Evening 6 o'clock, they used to give us tiffin, some tea and all that. After that, we used to have a bath, and up to dinner, we used to have enjoy. It was only playback, nothing, no dialogues to rehearse, nothing, no dance to rehearse, just walking and walking and walking. That's all. So we were enjoying all that thing during that end. So evening, Eswaralakshmi's songs was my entertainment. The Harishchandra was over. It did not do well, but I continued because it was an average film. It did not make so much, but people knew the subject it was not there. So Vijaya had to do one film, and Jayanti had to do one film, and for Jayanti pictures, after some time, we found a picture called, a subject called Bhagya Chakram. It was a folk tale. And for Vijaya, actually I had this sort of some story called Uma Chandi Gauri Shankarula Katha. And we had that story where Saroja Devi plays 3 roles, and here also Saroja Devi, both N.T. Ramarao and others, both Pendiyal Nageswara Rao. The entire group used to meet here in the morning, the same writer, same music director. Evening, the entire group used to go. So simultaneously, for the first time in the life of Mr. Kevireddy, 2 pictures were being shot simultaneously, and I was the single associate director in Jayanti. In Vijaya, at least I had the previous associates, Mr. Nageswara Rao and others. But in Jayanti, I was the only associate director. Other help was there, Mr. Gokhale and Kalada. Here, Mr. Gokhale and Tota. So everything was there. But I think the energy of Mr. Kevireddy was coming down. That patience of his, he had a nasal trouble, he had a problem, he had a heart problem, he had a high BP, and somehow he had more than, mentally he was feeling he has not that gut energy. So that was telling on his script, that was telling on his thing, even when it's not coming up well. It did some climax in Uma Chandi, somehow it was not well. Then they had a release date. So Mr. N.T. Ramarao himself suggested, why can't we postpone the release date instead of compromising or something? I don't know, okay, something like that. Finally, we took the same climax. Bhagyachakram also we took. There are some difference of opinion between Mr. P.S. Reddy and K.V. Reddy at the last moment. Something did not happen correctly for these two films. Everything was very glorious. These two films, nothing happened well. So, Mr. K.V. Reddy, in both the films of Mr. K.V. Reddy, they failed. Uma Chandi Kauri Kalagada, they call Upma Chutney, something like that. But wonderful music, very good music, good screenplay, everything was there. Some weakness somewhere, some down somewhere, it failed. And Bhagyachakram old stale. And probably the age also has come, there were enough of these folk tales, enough of all this stuff. The same king, the same magic, the same thing by Shiva, Parvati. Parallelly, people like Mr. Sridhar, Mr. Aditya Subbarao, they were all giving a lot of good, interesting social pictures. So they were also not very much in favor of this sort of films. Whatever it is, probably the films itself were defective. There was something wrong with the screenplay, something lost the energy of the films. Both the films failed. Now, after failing, the repercussions were very stunning. The repercussions were stunning. That is, first of all, Uma Chandi Gauri Kasagala failed. Next day morning, we went to the Vahidi studio. All of us, right from Mr. Pingal Nagendra, Gokhale, myself, other assistants, production managers, everybody got a letter of termination. We were removed completely with 1 month's salary. Without any notice, we were looked after even when there was no work. That's all business. Mr. Nagireddy, in his own way, he is right. They are people, now he felt they are not the metal to give hits. That's all. Their use is over. Whatever it is, they all got letters and we came away. Some were shocked. Mr. Pingal Nagendra, fortunately, he was a freelancer by that time. So he was doing number of films, and to his credit, to add to my salary, Pingal Nagendra Rao gave me chances to write a rough script. I was a ghost writer, not a ghost writer, giving rough scripts for pictures like Mahamantri Timmarasu, Pramila Arjuniyam, and some such films, Sri Kakula Andhra Mahavishnu, all these films for which he wrote, he used to ask me to write and he used to make me some payment. This was an extra payment I was getting from all these salaries I was getting. So like that, some salaries I was getting. Even he was not getting the salary. So for a Pramila Arjuniyam, the director was Mallikarjun Rao, and that is the son of Mr. Nagamani, who was a producer, who is the husband of Junior Sri Ranjani. Now, later, years later, when I was directing a film in AVM Studios, in Pramila Arjuniyam, with his hands, he gave me 250 rupees as an advance. I took him as an assistant director, as a producer. You please take it. I said, no, you have worked and all that. He gave me the money. Later, when I was director, a haggard, old man with lot of white beard, with torn shirt, and came and sat next to me. I think he was slightly drunk also. He said, Srinivasa Rao Garu? Yes. I did not know who it was. Can you give me some money? I don't know who it is. Suddenly it dawned to me, it was the very producer who gave me that advance. I could not bear, I was shivering. Whatever, I had this money, whatever it is, I gave him that money. And I did namaskar. What sir you? This is film industry. All these things I have seen. So this is what has happened. And when I got this letter, and in Bhagyachakram also, they closed the entire shop, because that's only a company. Here is the big story, they don't close. There's a shop, they went away there, everything was closed there. So I had no job. Mr. Pingal Nagendra had to get a job to pay me money.